Pay attention to this video. What do you notice here? Both swimmers are smooth and both swimmers are fast. But if you look closely, one is clearly smoother and the other is clearly faster. This raises a crucial question. Do you really want to swim smoother or do you actually want to swim faster? If you want to swim faster, you don't have to watch the rest of the video. You can just read the description or the top comment. You can even unsubscribe from this channel. I'm serious. I'll see you on the other one. This channel is about to change. I've spent over a year contemplating this distinction, asking myself repeatedly whether smooth and fast swimming should exist in the same conversation. But the moment it became crystal clear to me was at our last swim camp in Italy. We hosted 3 swim camps, each one packed with passionate swimmers from around the world. At first, everything seemed familiar. Swimmers were striving to improve, eager to soak up the new techniques, and motivated by the promise of swimming better. However, in quiet conversation, during breaks, after workouts, and over walks, I heard something surprising again and again. Many swimmers weren't interested in their times at all. They talked instead about how the water felt around their bodies. They described wanting to feel calm, fluid, and graceful. They wanted to emerge from the pool energized and refreshed, not exhausted and breathless. This struck me profoundly because I had spent my entire childhood, adolescence, and early adulthood chasing speed. My swimming world revolved around stopwatches, records, and competition. Growing up, every practice session was about trimming fractions of a second in a future competition. Every competition was a battle against the clock, competitors, and my own physical limits. The alarm at 4:30 a.m. in college reminded me of the scholarship and my goals, not of the pool. The restless pursuit of faster splits were the most fun for me. It was exhilarating but exhausting. Speed was everything, and smoothness was simply a nice byproduct, a secondary consideration that rarely entered my mind. For years after retiring from competitive swimming, I carried this mindset forward as a coach and content creator. I spent countless hours making videos and giving advice aimed solely at improving swimmers' speed. Even if people in our camps told me that they just enjoy swimming and not for times, it didn't register in my mind. I believed faster naturally meant better. It was an ingrained philosophy, something I never questioned because it was what I knew best. Yet, here I was in Italy, in the beauty of the mountains, surrounded by water, face to face with swimmers who revealed a completely different dimension of swimming, one that had been invisible to me, but fortunately also present inside my mind. Then I remember that not only did I swim in college, but also I studied art history, painting, drawing, digital art, badminton, and coaching. I have always exercised both sides of the brain, and I also have interesting insights into the creative part of swimming. What am I actually talking about? Let's make it clearer. In our swimming camp, we had 2 groups of swimmers. Some swimmers were competitors. Other swimmers weren't athletes trying to shave off milliseconds. They were people craving harmony, wellness, and beauty in their movement through the water. It wasn't about being faster. It was purely about being smoother, better in the water. Most swimming advice online, including mine, has been created by former competitive swimmers. Our tips are based on efficiency, stroke rate, maximizing propulsion, and everything geared towards achieving speed. Smoothness in our videos has always been a pleasant side effect rather than a primary goal. Smoothness for the purpose of efficiency. Consider elite swimmers like Leon Marchand. He looks incredibly smooth, almost effortlessly gliding through the water. Yet, underwater, footage reveals a shocking truth. Each stroke, each kick, each breath demands almost maximum effort. Just look at his face. Similarly, Katie Ledecky's stroke rate, effortless at first glance, is brutally exhausting when you try to replicate it, even just for 50 meters. It is smooth, but use a tempo trainer and you'll see how grueling it really is. She sustains that pace for 1500 meters. The smoothness you see in the elite swimmers is not about relaxation or enjoyment. It's purely efficiency masquerading as grace. Tatiana Smith said she almost stopped swimming because after she won an Olympic gold medal, people online said her breaststroke looked weird and not smooth at all. Janet Evans was an excellent swimmer, but coaches hated her swimming technique. Commentators at the time were puzzled. She was often told that her stroke was inefficient, too splashy, unsustainable for distance events. She won 3 gold medals despite being one of the shortest swimmers at the Olympics. Her specialty? Distance events. And then there's you. Maybe you don't really care about swimming faster, but your coach wants you to be faster. He talks about swimming times, resting times, performance sets, but you just want to experience the beauty of smooth aquatic movements. But he also knows how to make you a smoother swimmer. So you try his advice, which is not really what you need. Maybe you come from a yoga background or martial art. Maybe you just want to enjoy swimming like a person with healthy knees enjoys jogging or hiking. This doesn't have to do with age. We had a couple of 70-something-year-olds in our swimming camp with the same competitive spirit as the best swimmers. And we had 9-year-olds who just want to learn to stay on the water longer. If your true desire is smoothness, pure fluid, graceful swimming, then most current swimming advice is fundamentally mismatched for you. If your real goal isn't about the clock, but rather how you feel and how beautiful you move in the water, you've likely been unknowingly following advice meant for competitive swimmers. And I apologize for not listening carefully until now. Here are more distinctions to help you realize which group you want to be part of. If you want to swim smooth, you don't care about the clock. You don't care about how many seconds you rest between sets. If you want to swim fast, you know getting injured is a part of the journey because you want to take your body to its limits. If you want to swim smooth, it is one of the main things you want to avoid. If you want to swim fast, the clock and the coach are more important than how you look while you swim. If you want to swim smoothly, you probably don't even need a coach. If you want to swim smoothly, technique is important because it makes you feel better in the water. If you want to swim faster, technique is important because it makes you reach the wall sooner. If you want to swim fast, you probably want or have competed in other sports too. Most people are not all the way to one group or to the other. Each group has a little bit of the other. Both groups want to swim better. Both groups seek a state of flow. Both groups take away lots of benefits from the water. Both groups make an effort in the water. If you're in the wrong group, it can lead to frustration and disappointment, or simply a longer time to achieve your goal. This confusion can cause real harm. I've met swimmers who almost quit because they constantly felt inadequate, unable to match the perfect stroke they saw online. They felt stuck because the advice they followed didn't match their actual goals and motivation. There's a simple yet powerful truth to acknowledge. If you want to swim fast, the clock is the ultimate judge, not the aesthetics of your swim. If you want to swim smoothly, you're not battling the clock. Your goal is elegance, wellness, and the harmony with the water. Realizing this completely shifted my perspective. Today marks an important turning point for this channel. After years dedicated mainly to speed, we are embracing smoothness. The content here will now focus exclusively on swimming smoothly, highlighting techniques, strokes, drills, and philosophies that celebrate graceful fluid swimming and wellness. You'll learn to move effortlessly, harmoniously, and joyfully through the water, guided by advice designed specifically to enhance your experience and connection with swimming. But don't worry, if your passion is speed, competition, and self-improvement measured by the clock, we're creating something special for you as well. Our dryland channel will change into swimming faster. Link in the description and comments below. We will cater exclusively to swimmers who want to swim faster, train harder, and constantly push their limits. You'll find intense training routines, race strategies, mental toughness techniques, and all the advice necessary to chase your competitive dreams. The vibe on that channel will focus on performance, overcoming challenges, and athletic achievement. Meanwhile, right here, you'll find a sanctuary dedicated entirely to the aesthetics of swimming, the sensations and the joy of graceful movement, self-care, and a deep love for the water. We'll dive deeply into mindfulness practice, swimming for relaxation, and everything that celebrates the joy of smooth swimming. Let's look at the initial video again. Who do you relate more to, the fast swimmer or the smooth swimmer? Choose your journey carefully. While it is possible to change from one group to the other, I've done it throughout my life, and I do it in a small way on every workout. Moving groups is not for everyone. Most people will find one side more fulfilling. If you want to swim smooth, subscribe right here. If you want to swim fast, follow us to this channel. Whichever path you choose, swim well and enjoy every stroke. See you there. Swim smooth.